All right, we are walking down our road. Yep, you got to stay on the side of the road to pick up some fallen apples from a tree growing on the side of our property. Good job. And we're going to make a fermented plant juice. So I recently wrote an article for Seedsman. And it's all about wildcrafting nutrients. So we're gonna show you a first-hand example of how you can wildcraft a nutrient to save money, be more sustainable, introduce native microbes, and create an amazing nutrient for your garden. We are gonna fill up this bucket with apples.
And the grass.
Yep, so let's pick them all up. Okay, we are walking back with our bucket of apples for the FPJ. And now what this is gonna do is it's going to have a little bit of nutrition, right? Fruit's high in phosphorus, but it's also a biostimulant. So plant hormones communicate with other hormones and can signal different processes within a plant. And so what we're trying to do here is encourage flowering, fruiting hormones in one plant from another. And so young apples are really high in jasmonic acid, and we're going to use that to communicate with the other hormones in the plant and try and speed up this flowering initiation. Starting to see signs, but it's already the third week of August almost. So we want to get this. We're gonna kill the chickens, don't worry. We want to try and speed this up as much as we can. So let's go make an FPJ. Okay, so we are going to cut these apples in half. This is just going to help accelerate the fermenting process, get them coated with the sugar. And so let's just chop these apples up and then we'll get some brown sugar in them. All right, excuse me, honey. I need this bucket over here.
I'm going to go with the Raptor pack.
All right, go with the Raptor pack. Let's move this down so you can see what I'm doing. Down here. And so we are going to add brown sugar and tanzy flowers. Again, the FPJ, or this is kind of like an FFJ, fermented fruit juice, is going to accelerate and increase the hormones within a plant known for flowering. So we've got a little rotten in here. We're gonna just cut that out.
For you. Look.
Oh wow.
I'm going to keep holding it to kill it. This one.
Okay. Well, we're gonna butcher the roosters later today. You don't have to hold it until then. But
I'm going to do it. No, but I'm going to hold it.
So I'm just gonna cut out these rotten parts and throw them in the yard for the chickens to eat.
Hey, look. Hey, look. It's too blue. Look. White.
Yeah, white.
That's true.
Just be careful of the wasps because they love this.
Apples.
The apples, yes.
I just saw the box. You do?
I will finish chopping this, finish getting this cut up, and then show you the next step. All right, I have chopped up the apples and I'm guesstimating there's about 4 pounds there, almost equal weight. And I'm gonna just add this dark brown sugar into the bucket of apples and make sure that it's coated thoroughly, mix it all up with my hands. And then I'm going to add some tansy tops. So we'll go up to the garden and harvest some tansy. So the thing with the FPJ is you really want to use parts of the plant that are in the phase of growth of whatever plant you're going to give it to. So that's the biostimulation aspect of it. And it also contains more of the nutrition that the plants seek in that phase of growth because they're already in it. So the fruit and the flower of a plant is going to encourage more fruiting flower in my garden. And that's the phase of growth that I'm in. The sugar is going to feed the lactobacillus bacteria that we're harnessing for fermentation, and we're using tanzy because it is an invasive species and it is going into flower right now in my garden. And so to limit the growth and spread of the tanzy, we are going to just cut the flower heads off and throw it in there. Why not use something for our good that I have been struggling with and hand pulling for a year and a half. All right, let's go up to the garden and gather some tansy. All right, walking up to the garden with another 5-gallon bucket. I was gonna bring the whole bucket up here, but I want to keep the FPJ inside of my shed where it stays a little bit cooler and out of the direct sunlight. So it's gonna ferment in there, like I said, 7 to 15 days, and then I'll use it as a sweetener, biostimulant, and tea, because my plants really need a little boost for flower. All right, we're barely showing signs. Come on, it's almost the 3rd week of August. Ladies, hurry this up. Okay, so here we have tansy. Like I said, it grows all through my garden. The whole hillside is tansy. This whole garden was just like that, just weeds, tansy, and I have hand pulled. I did till, so you can see that why I tilled video, and that's a huge reason, the tansy. We've got all kinds of plants in here, but my garden is just doing so well right now. So let's get some of this harvested. So I'm literally going to just cut the tops off and throw them in. And like I said, this tansy has a really pungent smell. It is, got a pokey weed poking me in the butt. Ow. It does a really good job of pest prevention. It also attracts a ton of ladybugs, so it has its pros, you know. Oh, and then marshmallow. That's what I have a lot of also. So they have medicinal properties, they do things, but they can easily take over your garden. So, you know, working with nature, trying to learn more about it, what it can do for me. And yeah, we're gonna just add this directly to our FPJ and kind of stop the spread of the tansy. All right, so we've got the tansy flower heads. I'm just gonna dump it right in here, in there, and then mix this all up. I'm just gonna get in there with my hands, make sure, I'll probably just dump it back into the other bucket, honestly. Just make sure it's all coated with the sugar, and let's dump it in this one. There we go. Mix that up. Tansy, young apples, brown sugar, and I'm gonna just cover it. Dump it back into the other bucket, make it easier. Mix. Go. And now we're going to cover it with this screen that I have. This just helps keep maggots out, and a lid with holes in it to let the gas out. And put that in the shed for 7 to 15 days, and I'll check on it in about 7 days. And that is an FPJ, equal parts plant material to sugar, the natural lactobacillus bacteria fermenting it for me, harnessing all of those nutrients, plant hormones, acting as a fertilizer and biostimulant that has been wildcrafted. Money was spent on the brown sugar, but everything else was free, just took my time. This is how you feed your garden without spending money on expensive fertilizers.